There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ImagineEars Disney podcast. I'm your host, Matt, and I'm joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host, Susie. Hello, Susie.
Hi, Matt. You okay?
Turning on the light.
Oh, because you couldn't see?
shadows.
Oh.
Shadows on the face. All good now, though.
All right. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's been like a week since we did this.
I know. Look at us back in a routine.
And then we'll immediately break it next week.
I know.
When we record on Monday and not Tuesday.
At least it's still like, something's, it's not like one of us is going out of town again, or it's some kind of conference or. Oh, wait, are you going out of town? Are you going out of town anytime soon? Okay.
Well, yes, I am going out of town. In fact, Thursday afternoon after work, because we are going down to Disney.
What?
Yep. Thursday night, Friday, and we're going to celebrate Evie's 5th birthday.
Oh, that's right. That's
which
exciting.
is on Sunday. So.
Oh, sweet girl. Are you going anywhere special? Like, do you have a dining reservation or anything?
No. Phantasmic is on the docket for Thursday evening, and then Friday we are going to go to Magic Kingdom.
Perfect. Honestly, perfect birthday.
Should be a great day.
Oh, so, good for her.
Yeah,
good for you guys. Yeah.
So, looking forward to that. So, well, happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Thank you for joining us live in person for those of you who are watching, and thank you to those who are listening to the podcast on any of our podcast platforms: Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you're listening. Thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do so by searching for the ImagineEars Disney podcast. And there you will find our entire back catalog of episodes on all things Disney. Tonight, we have a very special episode for you. Yes, we do.
This is what was the thing they said about Infinity War? The most ambitious crossover in movie history. This is the most ambitious crossover in the ImagineEars Disney podcast history.
Right. Indeed. So we plan our episodes out, pretty well, I think. And today it was just kind of those, we've done a lot of news episodes. There's just been a lot of news as of late. And sometimes not great news. And we kind of just wanted to do something fun this week. So it's the Disney Harry Potter crossover you never asked for, but you're going to get it anyway. We are going to take our favorite Disney characters. We have come up with a list already. List of what, 20? Was it 20?
20. Yeah.
20 Disney characters, and we are going to sort them into the Hogwarts houses that we think that they belong in.
Now, Matt, before we get started, I would like to give a quick review of a brief description of each Hogwarts house to remind everyone what we're dealing with. So starting off with Gryffindor, they value bravery, they are daring, chivalry, and they have strong nerve. And of course, their emblem is a lion. Hufflepuff, represented by a badger, they value hard work, dedication, patience, loyalty, and fair play. Next is Ravenclaw, who value intelligence, knowledge, curiosity, creativity, and wit. And their emblem is an eagle. And finally, Slytherin, who is not necessarily the bad guys, but, sometimes they can be. But anyway, Slytherin value ambition, leadership, self-preservation, resourcefulness, and they are cunning. And of course, as such, they are represented by a snake. So that's what that means.
A brief rundown of the Hogwarts houses for all of you. So
I feel like we do have to lay that groundwork, because I don't know about you. I may have one or two in here that are a little controversial.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get started, shall we?
Let's go ahead.
I feel like we got to start with Mickey.
We do.
So what house would you put Mickey in?
let me get this out of the way. I am Gryffindor, so anything negative I say tonight about Gryffindor, I
Oh,
feel like I'm
okay,
allowed
okay.
to do it.
So you're a
Oh,
Gryffindor. So you're a
yeah,
Gryffindor.
I am.
I don't think you know my house.
If you're not Ravenclaw, I'm very confused.
I am a Ravenclaw.
Okay. Because if you weren't, there's no point in us doing the rest of this show because that just seems very obvious to me.
It is true. I am a Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw through and through. Okay.
But the thing about Gryffindor is they're very basic and boring. It's what all the main characters are. It's just kind of like the default, like leader, main character energy house. And an argument could be made for another house or two for Mickey, but I'm putting him in Gryffindor. He's the flagship character. Gryffindor is the flagship house of Harry Potter. Let's just be honest.
I agree. I put Mickey in Gryffindor as well. So I think it's clearly the obvious choice. You know, Mickey, he's been the hero, the brave one for many films, cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not so much for a good portion of Fantasmic, but you know,
Whatever. Maybe that's not
runs
canon.
around. He runs around. Then he toughens up at the end.
Yeah.
And,
See,
yeah.
he it's in him somewhere. All right. So if we do Mickey, we have to do Minnie. We'll let you go first on this one. Where did you sort Minnie?
Can you separate Mickey and Minnie from their houses? Because I would actually put Minnie in Ravenclaw.
Okay, I like that.
You know, she has. I think that the Ravenclaws have kind of a witty kind of I'm not saying brainy, but just they're smart. Like they're
Yeah.
So
They
I
are.
think Minnie.
Matt's like, I'm Ravenclaw, and by the way, we are all smart.
Yes, we are. So I would say Minnie is in Ravenclaw, but I could see where some would argue that just put her with Mickey in Gryffindor.
Well, I didn't do any of those things. I put her in Hufflepuff because she has been loyal to Mickey for a very long time.
Okay.
I just feel like she's that constant companion that he needs. He makes her better. She keeps him grounded. So I put Minnie in Hufflepuff.
Okay. So there's also another stigma with Hufflepuff.
Uh-huh.
There are videos. In fact, I think it was maybe Funny or Die, like a long time ago.
Is that the one where they can't describe what Hufflepuff is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a Hufflepuff. Yeah. So portrayed as kind of the derpy house.
Well, look, everyone's got some kind of stigma against them because same thing like with Slytherin. Just because someone's in Slytherin does not mean they are a villain or they're bad. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious. Cunning doesn't mean bad. Cunning can be strategic. So
It's true.
That being said, who's next?
Donald. I feel like Donald's next.
Yeah, and I put Donald in Slytherin.
Yeah, Slytherin.
He's just, listen, I know we just said that it doesn't mean everything that it's, normally means, but I mean, Donald's got some anger issues, and I feel like he's just got to fall into that category.
Jonathan Joseph, I think, he's like, Cedric is Hufflepuff, and so is Tonks. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I'm just kind of messing with Hufflepuff a little bit because it's easy to mess with them. But anyway, all right. Yes, I think agree. Donald's rightful place is in Slytherin. Okay. So Susie sent me the list of names earlier, so I'm just moving down the list.
All right. You want to talk about some princesses?
Yes.
All right. Got to kick it off with the main girl herself, the iconic Cinderella. Where did you sort Cinderella?
I put Cinderella in Hufflepuff.
I did too.
So.
I did too.
Yeah.
Even in the hard times when she was beat down, she was loyal and fair and hardworking.
To her friends.
Yeah.
Loyal to her friends.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I think the next one's easy.
Yeah.
Belle.
Belle is the textbook definition of Ravenclaw.
100%.
Okay. It's another one I would be concerned if I had gotten wrong about Ravenclaw.
No. Belle, like everything about Belle, just screams Ravenclaw. That is 100% the house I think she belongs to. Next one should be interesting.
Yeah, we may differ on this.
Rapunzel.
Belle is one side of the Ravenclaw coin, and I think Rapunzel is the other side of it because she is curious, she is creative. She reminds me a little bit of Luna in that she's a little more like artistic and curious, whereas Belle is more curious about things from like an intellectual standpoint to a degree. So I have Rapunzel and Ravenclaw.
I also had her in Ravenclaw for the exact same reasons.
Look at us.
Mostly for the artsy, just kind of, creative
Yeah.
side of her personality.
All right. And then I got on the list next is Tiana because we know she's getting a lot of love in the parks. She's a great character. She deserves it. But where did you sort Tiana?
I had problems with this one because it can go in so many directions.
Okay.
I think, and I may get some flack for this. Again, there are wonderful, wonderful people in Slytherin, but I put Tiana in Slytherin not because of green, because Slytherin is
Her dress is green, so this defines her. Yeah.
I put Tiana in Slytherin for her ambition alone. Just the
Let's
sheer
hear it in the
will.
back.
Tiana's foods, which we'll
Yes.
have here soon.
Yes.
In the parks, but I mean, entrepreneur.
Oh my gosh, Matt, that's exactly what I did as well. I think, there's nothing wrong with Slytherin. And I just feel like she is pure enough of heart that she would have no issues with any of the other Slytherins who have different kinds of opinions or they're, high and mighty because they are, whatever. No, I think Tiana is smart and has her head on straight. And I think ambition is her driving personality factor. And there's nothing wrong with that. We love it. We love a strong woman who knows what she wants and works to get it.
True. All right.
Sit over to Pixar for a little bit.
Woody. Where did you put Woody?
I also put Woody in Slytherin.
Okay.
I especially, obviously, he overcomes a lot of his faults in the first movie, but Woody is, he's a little trickster. He's kind of cunning. He's got a bit of an edge to him that I wish they hadn't slowly written out of the movies. I like his sarcasm. I like his very blunt view of life. But yeah, I think Woody, is ambitious in trying to stay Andy's favorite toy. I think there's another characteristic that can describe that, and I could see him go in another house or two. But I went out on a limb and put Woody in Slytherin.
I put Woody in Hufflepuff. I think one of the best words that describes Woody is loyalty. Loyalty to his friends, loyalty to Andy. Everything was for Andy. So
yeah,
selfless in that aspect. So
that's a good point.
I think he belongs in Hufflepuff.
But there's a snake in his boot.
He didn't put the snake in the boot. Though.
That was really good, Susie. Thanks, guys. Becca commenting things I never thought I'd hear. Woody has an edge to
Hey, listen, that was all you.
I know, but listen, this is the second week in a row, at least Becca watching and commenting. She cracks me up. All right, so there's Woody. And we couldn't have Woody if we didn't sort Buzz. So where did you sort Buzz?
Gryffindor.
Okay, yeah, I did too. I don't feel like there's anything else.
I mean, bravery,
yeah.
hero, galactic hero,
Mm-hmm.
space ranger, Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Okay, next, let's start getting to some interesting characters.
Mm-hmm.
Olaf from Frozen.
I put Olaf in Hufflepuff, and I know that
Same.
is, but
Same.
it feels like such a cop out. It just,
I mean, I think the Hufflepuff qualities best describe Olaf's personality. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So
I don't either. I didn't want to promote any kind of stigmas about Hufflepuff, but that's Olaf for sure.
Okay, so the next one we have, again, I think this could go one of two ways. It can go a couple of different ways.
I think so too.
Especially considering...
Ooh, there's a sequel. There's a sequel with this character who... Actually, now that I'm not changing my answer.
No, okay. So Simba.
Simba.
Where did you put Simba?
I put Simba in Gryffindor.
Okay.
And not just because he's a lion. Simba grows. I think he grows out of more of a Slytherin mindset into a Gryffindor mindset. And to be honest, like if you look at the main characters in Harry Potter, Ron, Harry, and Hermione, they all exhibit strong characteristics of the three other houses that they're not sorted into. So you can have characteristics of other places. You can grow and evolve as a character. And I think Simba does that very well and earning the title of being a Gryffindor.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. I think early on, he had sort of that, I don't want to say reckless, but just kind of fearless aspect to him. Definitely ambition. So I think he kind of has some Slytherin qualities, especially in his younger years. But as he matures and gets older, especially confronting his past, there's that aspect of bravery that is a quality of Gryffindor. So, yeah. But, yeah, I would lean towards more Gryffindor.
Okay.
So, very good.
I'm going to get raked over the coals for this next one.
All right. This should be interesting. Winnie the Pooh.
I put Pooh Bear in Ravenclaw because
Okay.
But let's hear me out. Pooh, if you look at isolated Pooh Bear quotes, he says very deep, meaningful things in such a simple way. He doesn't realize how intelligent he is. And he just doesn't know that he's smart. He just kind of, is really humble. And so I see another house here, but I think if he just had if his friends encouraged him a little bit more, I think he could own his intelligence. I think Pooh Bear is
his intelligence,
sort of,
you say.
Yes.
I mean, his head is full of fluff.
I know, but if you listen to him, like he just finds the simplest solutions that
he
don't make sense.
He has some great quotes. I mean, something to the effect of, like, one of my favorite ones: why use long, big, hard words instead of short, easy words? Like, what about lunch?
Like, how beautiful is that? How poetic is that?
I butchered that quote, but that's the gist of it.
He has and I know Pooh Bear's not a real character. I know, who wrote these, but like there's some really beautiful quotes on friendship and
that's
things,
why I put him in Hufflepuff. Just his friendship and loyalty to everyone around him, regardless of how different they were, because those characters were different. Rabbit and Eeyore,
Rabbit is Slytherin. He's not on our list, but I've never seen a more ambitious gardener in my life.
All right.
Sorry.
Moving down the Winnie the
Becca,
Pooh
get
character
out of these
list.
comments. Becca's quoting The Office. Why use lot words when few words do trick?
Thank you, Kevin.
I really, for a split second, thought you were about to incorrectly quote Pooh Bear and quote Kevin Malone instead.
I mean, they are similar characters.
Does that mean I'd have to put Kevin in Ravenclaw? I don't know. I can't argue with the logic, though, that if you took one piece away from a hamburger every time you had a hamburger and then you put it all together, you have an extra hamburger.
This is true.
You just, to get there, you're not eating full hamburgers. So it's a math equation for sure. All right. If we did Pooh Bear, let's do another character from 100 Acre Wood, Tigger.
Tigger. This one was Slytherin.
Oh my gosh. Why?
He was mischievous. Like he had that kind of, I don't know, bouncy streak to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was always just kind of looking for adventure. I don't know. Ambition.
Okay.
Again, Hallmark.
See, I took that as bravery and him wanting to be crazy and do all these things. I mean,
go after the heffalumps and woozles.
Yeah. So, listen, everyone should be afraid of a heffalump and a woozle. So I get that. But I think Tigger is Gryffindor and,
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't particularly... Tigger's an interesting character. I had trouble placing him, but I just put him in Slytherin. All right. Now we're moving into some villains. So the first one we have is Hades from Hercules.
Hades has the best sense of humor and snark of any villain, and it's not because he's blue. I have put him in Ravenclaw. I think he obviously, and some of it's because he's surrounded by absolute idiots, but aren't all Disney villains. So maybe that makes him look a little smarter. But he's really good at cheating people out of things, and again, that could be twisted into a different kind of characteristic. But I think he's smart. And smart and cunning, again, are two sides of the same coin, but I'm putting Hades in Ravenclaw.
I put him in Slytherin. I feel like it is true that not all Slytherins are villains, but all villains are Slytherins.
All right. That being said, where did you put this villain, Maleficent?
Also in Slytherin.
Okay, this one.
Maybe that's a cop-out. I don't care.
No, I think for this one for sure, Slytherin. I'm trying to think if there's a villain I'd put elsewhere. I don't really know. Like, I can't think of a Hufflepuff villain. Maybe. Oh, you know who would be a Hufflepuff villain? That freaking bear from Toy Story 3. Lotso. Because he valued loyalty so much, and then he got left, out in the rain or whatever, and then that was his villain origin story.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hades, Maleficent. Next up, Elsa.
I don't really know why I did this. I put Elsa in Slytherin. I feel like there is just something, she's really good. She's not cunning or ambitious. There's just something about the self-isolationness of it. There was what was the other word I saw? And I was like, well, yeah, I feel like that's, self-preservation. And now granted, Elsa did run away. She wanted to protect Elsa. But she also was like totally content to just live in an ice castle by herself.
Okay. So. I could see her flipping. I had trouble with this one too. Slytherin, I think there are qualities there, but also maybe a mix of Ravenclaw. Mm-hmm. So, just with her leadership abilities.
Yeah, I think that's good. And again, it's kind of good though when a character, especially like we talked about with Simba, when we talk about their character development, and Disney does this really well, people grow. And, none of these characteristics are bad or good. They just are what they are. But it is nice when you have well-rounded, characters, and you have to really think through their motivations. That being said, I'd love to hear your thought process on this next character because it's super random.
Well, we did Elsa, and I know you didn't put her on the list, but I feel
Oh,
like we got to
Anna.
mention Anna.
Oh, Hufflepuff.
Really?
I think so.
I put her in Gryffindor.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she did one of the bravest acts of any.
Or does she do that out of loyalty to her sister? See, it's just whatever word, however you want to flip it. But I could totally see Anna being
She stepped in front of that sword.
She does. She did. And she's willing to also, sacrifice herself as well in the second movie with the big rock giant things.
Yep,
so yeah, I think that is a good point.
Okay. Next up.
Let me hear where you've put Stitch, Matt.
Slytherin.
Okay.
I mean, just a ball of mischief.
He is a ball of
cunning.
Mischief.
He's cunning. He is is unpredictable.
He is chaotic. But I don't know. I think of Stitch. When I think of Stitch, I think of the Ohana quote. And Ohana means family.
Yeah.
And then I think about his loyalty to Lilo and to his new family. And I put Stitch in Hufflepuff.
Okay.
Just because, it's same kind of thing. I think he grows into that. But he's absolutely a unpredictable character either way.
Yeah.
That one was tricky.
I think the next one we are probably all going to be in agreement. We're both going to be in agreement. Maybe.
Oh.
On Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you put her?
This is hard. Because I think so. Because this is my favorite live action Disney movie. I love Mary Poppins. I see one house very clearly. But I also know that woman had a whole bag of tricks. And that woman she never said what she meant. And the entire plot of Mary Poppins, which I didn't understand until, honestly, I was in high school, was to bring this family back together. It was for Mr. Banks's purpose. So she comes in as the nanny for the kids, and obviously they benefit, but it's to save Mr. Banks. They really should make a movie about that. And I think that is a very cunning and sly thing to do, and she's very cheeky. I put Mary Poppins in Slytherin.
Okay. I put her in Ravenclaw.
That makes sense, but tell me about it.
Well, I mean, just, she was smart at throwing out it's easy to say, oh, Slytherins are smart. No, I think she was smart enough to, with in both movies, to know exactly what the Banks children needed at the right time and when to present that. And how to take care of it. So, yeah. I think she has some nice Ravenclaw qualities.
All right. I agree with that. That's where I was at first. And then, I don't know, I changed it. I don't know. All right. Here's a character. I actually had a really hard time with this one. I'm not going to lie. Where did you sort Peter Pan?
Oh, did you see that article, or maybe it was just a tweet I saw that was just describing Peter Pan really as the villain? He's the true villain of the story.
Because he takes the kids away?
Yeah, so I guess in the source material, he actually murders like the Lost Boys when they come of age, so no one can challenge them or something. So it's been a long time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's some pretty dark stuff.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I think we know maybe where you put Peter Pan.
Yes, Slytherin. Ulterior motives.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. Wait a minute. Where are all? Is he stealing these kids away to be the Lost Boys and then killing them? Was he gonna put the
I don't know. I need to go back and like reread
That's
those
messed
stories.
up.
So yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like honestly, Peter Pan to me is a little bit of like a show off. He's kind of like he thinks he's all that. He knows he's the main character. I put Peter Pan in Gryffindor because like, he is like apparently not, but to a degree, like he is the hero, he's the main character, and I was just like, ugh, he's that Gryffindor where you're just like, yeah, of course they're Gryffindor. Like, ugh. And again, I can pick on Gryffindor because I'm in Gryffindor. It's just like the kind of jockey dude house sometimes.
Okay.
Like I could see Peter Pan, not just because he can fly, but playing Quidditch and being like, team captain or something like that and being obnoxious.
True. So the last one you had on the list.
Yeah, I did this for you.
Oh, thanks. Figment. I put Figment in Hufflepuff.
You're the Figment expert. Tell us why.
Because he's derpy. I mean, he is. I don't know. He's one of the one. He's a tough one. I think it's more tough than anything.
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of Luna.
And for that reason, I put him in Ravenclaw.
So okay.
He's a derpy Ravenclaw. It's the more big ideas, not really able to execute anything, all over the place creatively. That's why I've got Figment and
Ravenclaw. Okay. I'm gonna throw a couple bonus ones at you just because we and then we'll wrap it up with that. So
okay.
Daisy. So we had Donald. Where would you put Daisy?
Daisy's Ravenclaw. I think she's smart.
I agree.
I think she can hold. She knows the dynamics of that whole group. I think she's more integral to holding everyone together than we realize.
Okay. Last but not least, Goofy.
What do you think?
I think it depends on what Goofy we're talking about.
Okay.
Are we talking about the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse Goofy? Or are we talking about Goofy the father of Max? So
I don't know. There's a common thread though, and that's the fact that his name is Goofy. And if we are just being absolute stereotyping people, I'm putting him in Hufflepuff.
Same. I think he's a Hufflepuff. But
hey, dude, he's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He's a dumb sweetheart. And some of my best friends are Hufflepuffs. I do not have anything against any of these houses, but he is a sweet dummy. And that's what I've got.
I'll throw one last one in.
Oh no.
It is a no-brainer. She belongs in Slytherin. She is a villain. She is evil. Again, not all Slytherins are villains, but all villains are Slytherins. And Clarabelle Cow is 100% a...
I forgot how much you hate her.
So, yes.
You instantly made her a villain.
100%. You go watch the Three Mouseketeers and tell me she's not a villain. So, anyway.
What is she doing that? I haven't seen that in like a long time. What does she do?
I watched it because Evie watched it. So.
Yeah, but like, what did she do that is so evil and cunning and ambitious?
Just I don't spoil it for you. Go watch.
Okay.
Anyway, we had a couple comments come in. Daniel Dalton. Hey guys, nice shirt, Susie.
Thank you. Etsy.
Herbology. Very nice.
I don't know what this was.
Would you be Professor Sprout's star pupil?
I love plants. I love growing plants. I love eating plants. So probably.
Who's your favorite Hogwarts instructor?
I really like Snape. I
Same.
make no
Same.
apologies. I
Look,
know he's flawed. I know he has done a lot of crappy things, but his character, story, his background, his everything is fascinating to me. It's compelling.
I like Snape. I like Professor McGonagall as well. So,
Oh yeah.
good stuff. Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our definitive Hogwarts sorting of the houses for Disney characters. Tell us in the comments. Oh,
you know
yeah,
what
go
I
ahead.
just thought? Let's take it one step further because we
Uh-oh.
have just a minute. There are 4 Disney theme parks. If you had to put like the essence of each park into a house, where would you put them? Magic
Ooh,
Kingdom, I think
okay. Yeah.
I think that's Gryffindor.
Okay. Agree.
Epcot has to be,
Ravenclaw
yes,
for education.
for education. I think Animal Kingdom is the kind of, sweet, lovable, derpy of the parks. I love it, but it is a little bit different. It's a little, we're loyal to the planet. I would put that in Hufflepuff, and to me, Hollywood Studios screams
Slytherin.
Slytherin. And I don't know why. That just makes sense to me.
Because it's such an ambitious park.
And hold on. Looking at the comments,
Oh, I
Daniel
see them.
says,
I
have
see
you
them.
guys sorted the bobs?
We can sort the Bobs real quick. I think it'll be very short. You ready?
Yeah,
Bob
let's do it.
Chapek, Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Evil. Bob Iger. Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
Cardigan sweaters.
I think that's it. Yeah, there's the Bobs. The Cunning Park. I don't know why that occurred to me. I was like, you know what? What if they each had an essence?
What about Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach?
What about, what's that little mini golf thing?
Fantasia.
What about,
Winter Summerland.
Whatever. I don't know.
Disney Springs.
I don't know what the water parks would be. They are both chaotic, and I think that's the essence of both of them is chaos. I think they're both Slytherin. One of them's literally about a typhoon that comes through, and the other one's about a snowstorm in Florida. So make that make sense.
Crazy. Well, that was a lot of fun.
I like when we do things a little bit different.
It was a little different, very low key tonight. Kept it light. I like that. That's fun. So, and next week, I know we talked about some different ideas for a Valentine's Day episode. So, stay tuned, everyone. Come back next week for our Valentine's Day chat on Valentine's Day Eve.
Technically, Galentine's Day.
Oh, it is Galentine's Day. I see the wheels turning there, Susie.
I don't know. We did a really good International Women's Day episode last year that I encouraged people to go, because remember we highlighted actual like Disney company women, and I don't know. We'll see. There's a couple of things we can do here, but yeah.
Well, you guys will just have to come back next week and find out. So
what a tease. Come back next week because we still don't know yet. Ooh.
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun chatting with you tonight in the comments. And again, if you are listening to the episode, leave in the comments on our social media platforms what house are you in? That'll be the question of the week. What house are you in? And yeah, let us know. So we told you ours. Susie's a Slytherin, and I just kidding.
Mine, I really honestly probably could be if I sat and thought about it. If I was just hard on myself. But no, I'm basic. I'm a basic girl. I'm in Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
So boring.
I
I would
took the
love to
test.
be
I'm a
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
I did it on freaking Pottermore back in the day. Back when Pottermore, you had a little thing and you could go and do things, and there were things that makes no sense. But
What's
it
your
was very
Patronus?
involved. Some kind of mare. I forget. It's like a spotted mare. It's a horse, but it's a very specific like female painted kind of spotted. I think it was mare, something like that.
Okay.
What's yours?
I believe it was like a fox, or maybe
Dapple. Sorry, Dapple Gray Mare Patronus.
Okay. I have to go back and look.
Mouthful.
I think it was a fox, or maybe it was a ferret. I don't remember.
Ew. Every time I think of ferrets, you remember those little toys with the ferret looking thing is connected to the ball and it just like rolls around?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You're just making me feel better. I'm gonna send it to you.
Send it to me. Anyway,
Ferret
all right.
toy.
We're wrapping it up tonight. So thank you again, guys. We
thing.
appreciate each and every one of you. You make this podcast happen. So we look forward to coming at you next week with another episode. But until then, friends, remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.